I know this isn't gonna work, but just for shits and giggles. Is there a hole in the block? That's a lot of freaking oil, dude. Maybe that's what that clankety clank noise was we heard, was a freaking rod flinging around in there.
Jump in this thing and see what it'll do.
Ready to rock this, bro?
Oh, hell yeah.
What's happening, everybody? Good morning. Today's a good day when you got big blocks and 4-speeds. So this is that 1970 396 4-speed El Camino I pulled out of my buddy's yard. And you know, I wanted to get it running and driving and do all that with it, but I got too much crap. And so the El Camino kind of hit the chopping block. And I made a for sale ad. And a lot of questions I got was, well, does the crankshaft turn? Does it run? Does it, I mean, hell, I don't know. It was wrecked in 1985. That's as much as I know. And usually they're running when they wrecked them. I mean, unless they towed it and the tow strap broke and it went into a barrier, that's the only way it would have wrecked, is if it was running. But here's the inspection, 1985. So this truck died the year I was born. And I'm yes, I'm a Mopar guy, but I'm also a muscle car guy, and I'm partial to El Caminos. I mean, El Camino was my first car. I had a 1967 El Camino that my dad gave me. My dad's first vehicle was a 66 El Camino, and my grandpa had a 67 El Camino, so it kind of partial to him. This being a 70, you know, it's kind of more of a muscle look to it because it resembles a 70 Chevelle. Actually, the front clip is damn near identical to a 70 Chevelle. The only difference is, I believe the fenders are different. There's a different body line in the fender. So again, not an expert. I'm just going off of what I already know. But look, it already has the 70s interior with the diamond tuck. It's got the Craco 8-track in it. And we got the Vega GT steering wheel. Oh yeah. We got the Kragers. I'm curious. Let's just see if this thing will fire up. It's still mine. No one's bought it yet. Or there's people that want it, but it's still mine. So let's go ahead and fire this turd up. Or try to. And just, I've never even had the hood open on it. Because the hinges are kind of busted or kinked or something. I've never had the hood open on this truck. I've never had the passenger door open. I've never even sat in it. Let's go ahead and do those things today. All right, let's see what's keeping the hood from opening. Is it caught on a fender over there? Alright, well, we finally got the hood open enough to take a peek at what we got under here, and of course we got rat shit everywhere. What do you think this carburetor looks like, Derek? I had the air cleaner on it. Oh, it's got, what is that, a wasp nest in there? Yep, that is. Okay, well, that's going to be cleaned up. But we've got our distributor, we got a coil. We'll clean out we'll unbolt the carburetor, we'll clean it off a little bit, but I guess the main thing is This thing, does the crankshaft spin? Well, that's the belt slipping. Does it have a balancer bolt on it? It does. So let me get my Model T starting tool. All right, I had to grab all my extensions so I can make the hand crank 70 396 big block 4-speed starter mechanism here. We're gonna see if this thing will turn over. So far, that's just bolt. Ugh. That's not a good sign. Huh. Plan B. Jeez. 50 foot-pounds of torque on those spark plugs. Need a bigger ratchet. So we're going to pull all the plugs, spray the cylinders with WD-40, and then I'm going to pull the carburetor off, spray some WD-40 down in there, and we're just going to zap it with the starter, if it works, to see if it'll free it up. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. Alright, so I got Hercules' the spark plug busted loose. Let's see what these plugs look like. It actually looks like it was running pretty clean. The porcelain looks like the air-fuel ratio was really good on this thing, so that's a good sign. Yeah, that battery has seen better days. Oh, that's the front side. Okay, the front side's worse. The back side's not as bad as that. Alright. Get all these suckers out. If we can get this engine to rotate, I'm going to pull the distributor and prime it. You said it's got oil in it? So Derek said it's got oil in it. I haven't checked that yet. But, oh, right here. Yeah. Yep, and it's full. What does it smell like? It smells like old oil. You can smell the zinc in it. Well, I'm going to finish getting all these plugs out, and then we'll go from there. So, kind of got an uh-oh moment here. Let me see if I can get this on camera. Well, that electrode is smashed, and you can tell something had been kind of beaten up the spark plug a little bit. I see little dents and scratches and scrapes. And this spark plug, hold on. This spark plug has rust inside of it. The rest of them don't. That's not a good sign. Maybe the reason the truck was wrecked is because they done bloated the motor up, and the way the exhaust is on this thing, it went all over the rear tires. He went a little loosey-goosey and wiped out, hit a guardrail, and end of story, 1985. Well, if this is true, this is going to be probably one of my shortest YouTube videos ever. We're gonna dig in a little deeper, see if we can find out. But yeah, not looking good so far. So I just pulled the brake booster line off the brake booster, and it still had vacuum in it. Like when I was pulling it off, it went tss. I was like, holy crap. This thing's been dead since 1985, and there was still vacuum in the brake booster. And then, I know the hood on this truck has never been up since it's been wrecked, because they bent the bottom core support all the way out so they could pull the radiator out the bottom. That's why the shroud and the upper part is still on here, because they dropped the radiator out the bottom of the truck. I'm gonna go ahead and pull a valve cover, decide to have the damaged plug, and I'm gonna loosen the rockers on that cylinder, and I'm gonna fill that cylinder full of air. And if there's just all kinds of air coming out the crankcase, this engine's dead. Alright, so now we're ready to pull the valve cover off. Ooh. Yeah, not exactly clean looking in there. This is a... I wonder if this has a mechanical flat tapped cam in it. But yeah, it is not too pretty looking in there. See all the rusticles? You know. Well, let's see. This is the cylinder that we were wanting to check, and it looks like it's unloaded. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick my compression tester in that hole and fill it full of air. Here's kind of my thinking is the reason there's all that, and that's just like crystallized, you know, that's just crystal rust. You can actually wipe it off. This engine's been dead since 1985, and so I think that's just a humidity rust got in there, and which if it did that in the oily cylinder head, I imagine the cylinder walls are pretty foobarred. But let's see what kind of air comes out of this one cylinder here. Okay. That's actually pretty good. Something got in that cylinder and ruined that spark plug, but whatever it is not piston. So that's a good sign. Maybe it's just head gasket. Well, we're gonna go ahead and see. I really don't want to try and fire it up with all that in there. Oh man, because that's gonna go right to the oil pan and get sucked up. But you know what? The engine needs rebuilt anyway, so let's just do it. Well, since all the plugs out, since before we put a battery in it, let's go ahead and squirt the cylinders with some cylinder wall juice here. Maybe that'll help it a little bit. Try and clean these terminals up a little bit. Of course, none of this is probably going to work. I don't want to go down and buy new battery cables for something that probably will not start. It does have the keys though. Man, old GM cars are so sticky inside. The steering wheel, ugh. But wait, the tack did something. It wiggled. I don't know if that means anything. Was that spinning?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, we should have got video of that.
That's what it was spinning.
So the Model T thingy was spinning. Model T hand crank. All right, here we go. It's getting faster and faster. Oh yeah. Alright, let's make sure our points aren't frozen or nothing. Actually, everything in here looks pretty good. Hell, let's just see if it's got spark. It might just go vroom. Or boom. Which one do you hope it does, Derek? Being a Mopar guy, you hope it goes vroom or you hope it goes boom?
It goes vroom.
Alright. Derek,
What?
you ever sat in a 396 4-speed 70L Camino?
No.
Why don't you get in that thing and turn the key for me? I know this isn't going to work, but just for shits and giggles. You push the button and open the door. Freaking caveman. Hit the key, Derek. Keep going. Stop. All right, well, let's just see if we got spark. I was just kind of hoping it would just go, wah! Or pop, 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 pang, pang, poom, pum, pow. All right, let's see if we're getting power to the coil. All right, go ahead and turn the key on. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I said turn the key on.
It is on.
Okay, well, I didn't say crank it. Okay, well, we're getting power to the coil. You need to tighten that bolt, though. Probably getting poor contact there. Oh, yeah, we do need to tighten that. If I wiggle it, the coil turns on and off. All right, let me tighten these nuts real quick. All right, turn the key on, Derek. So I went ahead and kind of just cleaned up the area a little bit, terminals and nuts and hardware. Is the key on?
He's on.
Are you sure?
Yeah, dude, I have it on.
Well, now I'm not getting any. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, the next one is cranking it.
All right, there we go. I wasn't getting good contact. Okay, crank it. Okay. All right, so the points are doing its thing. It's going blinkety, blinkety, blink. So let's squirt some fluid in this thing, some go juice. Or actually, you know what? Just because the points was doing its thing doesn't mean the coil is. So crank it. All right. Yep, we got spark. All right, Derek, we got spark. We've got compression. It spins. Do you think it's going to go voila?
I might pow pow then.
It's gonna pow pow be well, yeah. Okay, pow pow bang bang, yeah. Pow pow bang bang is my assumption too, but adds lubricity. All right, hit it. Oh, it was trying to. Keep going. It's trying to start. It makes me want to pull the carburetor off, clean it up a little bit, and bolt it back on. Ah. Aha! Yeah, it was kind of chitty chitty bang bang. I think I heard a little knockety knock in there too, but it fired up. Oh, I don't know. It kind of makes me want to put a carburetor on. What do you think? Or maybe not put a carburetor on. Maybe we'll just clean this one up and bolt it back on just so it'll idle. Yeah, we'll do that. That doesn't cost nothing. All right, so yeah, Derek will get the carburetor off, and then we're going to clean that up. What are you doing? Are you taking?
Shit, there's oil on the ground.
Oh crap! Holy shit! Is there a hole in the block? That's a lot of freaking oil, dude. Maybe that's what that clankety clank noise was we heard, was a freaking rod flinging around in there. Grab the jack. Shit. I think there's a lot of freaking oil in there. Look at that. I'm sure whatever was in the engine, we just pumped it out of it. Ugh. Please not there be a hole in the block. Or pan. Oh wait, I see the oil filter dripping. That's kind of good news. If it's just the oil filter, I will be happy. All right, the El Camino will live again. It's just the oil filter. Oh crap, the oil filter's freaking loose. It's just all the way loose, Derek.
Oh wow.
Oh. Yeah, I'll just tighten that sucker back up. Okay. Well, let's put some oil in it and try again. So, yeah, my bad. It was pumping all the oil out instead of pumping oil in the engine. Good news, the oil pump works. Bad news, it was running for like... Derek, why are you having such a hard time with that? Literally. Freaking caveman over here yanking on the freaking door. Dunk, dunk. Go ahead. Hey, oil. Oh, dang it. Still. What the? Yeah, so I just went ahead and got a new oil filter and some oil for it. We'll try this again. But at least it had some oil in it. So the engine was getting oil, that's good. Yeah, so I know, so when people come to look at this thing and they pull the dipstick and be like, why does it have fresh oil in it? I'll just be like, because I'm a dumbass. All right, we'll try this again. It's got a new oil filter on it. Hopefully it doesn't leak. I'm gonna be watching it like a hawk this time. I need oil to circulate through the engine. Oil did circulate through the engine the last time, because when I pulled the filter off, oil was running out of the return. So the engine was getting oil. It's just not all of it. So Derek, you're going to start it, and I'm going to be watching this freaking oil filter like a hawk. All right, go ahead. All right, anything leaking? What the how in the hell is that leaking? I took the filter off to see if I can see anything wrong. I don't see anything wrong. The little GM adapter in there that holds the oil filters tight, but even if that was slightly loose, it wouldn't leak because the outer O-ring seals against the block, so I don't know. All I know is I'm gonna get this sucker on here tight. Tight, tight. All right, this sucker better not freaking leak. All right, go ahead. What the f... Okay. I saw something really weird that time. I saw the oil filter like balloon out, and then oil came out of it. So it's almost like there's a blockage somewhere. I don't know. I'm just gonna say it's the engine spins. So obviously this engine's gonna have to come out and get rebuilt. Something is blocking the oil galley that is making the oil filter balloon up. I mean, the oil filter looked like you were filling a balloon and then oil started running out of it. So, you know, I was just thinking another problem it could be is the oil pump, the pressure relief valve in the oil pump stuck, so it's not relieving oil pressure because the oil is cold. So maybe it's just building too much oil pressure and ballooning out the oil filters. Either way, it's either a blockage in the block, or the oil pressure relief valve is no buenos. It's just, to fix that would require pulling the engine and going, yeah, no, I was just selling this truck anyway. For shits and giggles, I just thought I'd try and fire it up. But yeah, this will be one of those will it start videos that's a failure. You know, those do exist in the real world. You know, contrary to what the YouTubers show, will it starts do have failures. This is one. Actually, it started. It just don't know run ed. So we have a start no run car. It cranks. All right, well, I mean, obviously this truck's gonna need a bunch of work anyways. Got some, it needs both quarters. Well, yeah, I would say it needs both quarters. Interior needs to be completely redone. The engine needs to be rebuilt. So, needs lots of works. And that's a wrap for this, because I'm not pulling the motor out. Do you want to pull this motor out, Derek? No, I got too much stuff to do and we were just trying to sell it. So, big block 396 4-speed El Camino. You somewhat failed me. You did free up, but then you wouldn't stay running because oiling issues. See you guys, we tried. Will it run fail? Of course it was a Chevy in the Mopar world. Damn Chevy. Like them spinning tires, Walter? Oh yeah, baby.
Are you kidding me? We did the rock first.